Self-determination, believing you can control your own life choices by knowing yourself, setting goals, sharing goals, selecting support people and services, and making choices. Basically, this means making things happen in your life the way you want them to happen, instead of having others decide and do things for you. You know what you want and how to get it. You are in control of your life. Isn't this what everyone wants in their own lives? Self-determination happens as a result of learning self-advocacy skills and how to apply them and practicing them many, many times. This demonstrates the importance of starting as early as possible teaching your child the self-advocacy skills that we have discussed. In your resource section, there are ideas for teaching children self-advocacy skills at all stages of life, from a toddler through adulthood. Start now, no matter what your child's age is, to develop the skills your child needs to be a lifelong advocate for themselves, to lead a self-determined life. There's a national movement to promote self-determination that self-advocacy groups across the United States advocate for. It is based on the 4 principles of self-determination, which are freedom, the experience to have the same rights as all citizens, with assistance as necessary from the people they choose. They will decide where they want to live, with whom they want to live, and how their time will be occupied. They will plan their own lives with the necessary supports they need, rather than purchase a program that may or may not be appropriate for their personal goals. Authority over their resources, the ability of a person with a disability to have control over a certain sum of money in order to purchase supports. Support for building a life in their community, the arranging of resources and personnel, both formal and informal, that assists a person with a disability to live a life in the community that is rich in social associations and contributions. Responsibility, to give back to their community through competitive employment, volunteering, organizational affiliations, spiritual development, and general caring for others in the community, as well as accountability for spending public dollars that are life-enhancing for people with disabilities. A self-determined life includes all aspects of a person's day-to-day living. It could include volunteering, employment, life skills training, living in a community, school or vocational training, recreation. If your child is in the transition years and will need supports after they leave school, find out as much as possible what adult supports and services are out there based on your child's needs and wants that will support your child to live a self-determined life in all aspects. Ask questions of more than one person or agency. Talk with other parents. Go to informational nights at schools and agencies. Attend conferences on current trends happening in the lives of people with disabilities. Everyone has their opinion, so being exposed to as many different opinions as possible will help you and your child to be well informed in the choices that exist in the adult services. Understanding all of your choices will help your child to be able to lead a self-directed life in all areas of their life. Molly Kennedy is a self-advocate who had this to say about the importance of teaching your child self-advocacy skills. She said, "The greatest skill my parents taught me growing up with cerebral palsy is ability to make my own choices and find solutions when I was presented with an obstacle. Most parents do an excellent job advocating for their child with a disability, but sometimes there's a tendency to overmanage and do things for the child that they need to do for themselves. Parents should share these advocacy duties with their child so when they grow up, they're capable of doing more on their own. It's one of the greatest gifts my parents gave me, and it'll be one of the greatest things you can do for your child." Thank you, Molly, for opening our eyes.